So what is up, guys, and welcome back to another video where today I'm going to be talking about my experience going to Max Dean, Luke Dean at Lab11. So that's the nexup event in Birmingham yesterday, which was my first ever house music event. And I've listened to house music pretty much my entire life that I can remember. My dad started DJing when I was 8 years old or 9 years old, so you know he was kind of putting all that kind of stuff on throughout my existence. And I kind of have more recently started to appreciate kind of modern house, kind of the stuff that's coming out right now more. I wasn't so much into it before, so I just wanted to kind of go and see what one of these events was like. And Max Dean was playing in Birmingham. I thought this is the perfect experience because I found these tickets for 30 something pounds. It was just crazy cheap and like close to me. Like I've never had an event like this that was so close and so affordable at a time when I could afford it. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to do it. So, you know, a week or so ago, I bought the tickets and just said, I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I haven't listened to this kind of music like live before, and you know, not even in clubs. I just haven't heard it live, and I just wanna see what it's like. So that's exactly what I did. So yesterday I went. I couldn't see Max and Luke Dean live because they released the set times literally as I was going to Birmingham, or that's when I saw them. So unfortunately they were playing at 11, like right at the end. This is one thing that was absolutely insane about it. It was from 3 to 11, so 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. Amazing value for kind of one of these events. There's a side to it where like they're going to make so much money. Lab 11 is going to make so much money from that because the drinks were like £5. It was £5 for a Copperberg, that's a cider, like one can, right? You would get probably 12 for like double that, like £10 outside of a club. So they're going to make a lot of money in that time, but like the value is absolutely insane, especially if you know, drink before, like a lot of people I know were doing. Also, people were taking drugs outside the entrance, and I got like searched. Everyone gets searched, but like they had like dogs to check you for drugs, which was definitely kind of not something I didn't expect. I didn't expect it, but like I shouldn't have, like I wasn't surprised basically. Anyway, more on that later. But yeah, great value. And that's the double-edged sword to it. I couldn't stay. I wanted to. I would have gotten a hotel, but I kind of remembered that, oh, I have work today. So I couldn't stay over. And to be honest, I just wanted to go and see what it was like. I literally just wanted to go for the experience. So me kind of staying over in a hotel and making a massive thing out of it, it didn't really come into it too much. And I thought, I'll go, I'll stay for as long as I like. I'll experience it, I'll see what it's like, and then leave, and it'll be fine. So that's exactly what I did. So as I say, was on the train, found the set times. I only got to see the first two sets, and when I got there, it was already into it because I missed the first train that I'd booked, so I had to get the second one. So I was kind of into the tail end of the first set, but hearing that kind of music live was really good. Let me just go through the actual experience of getting there, because I know Birmingham well. I haven't been there for a year almost. The last time I went was to do some exams, but genuinely I forgot how Birmingham was laid out. So I was having to wrap my head around the city first of all, and I know it pretty well, literally just to get to the club. And I'd never been that part of Birmingham either, which was pretty weird. There was like CDs, like really weird CDs, just like lying on the street, and like books and things. I was like, this is strange. Lots of litter, and it was a very kind of rundown area. But and obviously people doing drugs in the street. There were the drug dogs, and I got searched on the way in. That's the searching thing, you know, everyone does nowadays. But I searched on the internet, can I take a bag in, right? I have like a tiny bag. It's literally like a little like kind of shoulder bag that's like not a proper shoulder bag. It's like it's ridiculous. You can barely fit a phone charger in there. And it seemed like you could take it. So what I thought was, I will just put all my stuff in there that I'm going to take. So I put some sunglasses in there. and my phone charger and a power bank and not much else, pair of headphones. But all other than that I had was my pockets, my jean pockets. So I kind of was counting on this bag being able to get in, and I didn't think anything of it. I get there, the guys, the bouncers, were giving me a hard time. It was like, they were like, "You're not coming in with that bag." I was like, "Okay then, what can I do with it? Have you got a cloakroom?" And they were like, "You're gonna have to stash it somewhere, mate. You're not coming in with that bag." Thanks, guys. So I had to take everything out of my pocket, out of my bag, put them into my slim jean pockets, and hide the bag, stash it somewhere like on the street in amongst a load of litter, hoping that it wouldn't get stolen, and it didn't because I wasn't there too long. So there's that. Anyway, it was fine. It's a funny experience. I'm not holding it against them, but they could have cut me some slack, honestly. Either way, I get in. I wasn't sure how long I would want to stay. I just thought, I'm going to get over the first kind of bit where it's kind of nerves, a new thing, and I hadn't had any alcohol. So I was like, this is very real all of a sudden. After a while, I was like, oh, this is going to be fun, right? And it was. So I went and got myself a drink. They were expensive, as I said. It was like $5.60 for a single shot. Like with Coke, it was not great, but I didn't mind because I was like, I'm not going to be here forever. I'm not going to get loads of drinks either. And so I thought, I'll just get a drink. It's whatever. It doesn't matter. I'll just pay it. And that worked out fine. I didn't bankrupt myself. I'm decent with money like that, so it was fine. Anyway, I then walk in, and I don't know if I already mentioned this because I've recorded this video so many times, but the place was kind of empty. Like, this was like an hour in. People were just kind of starting to filter in, and this was probably the best set. So the first person that played was probably the best set that I heard, and like I was constantly just like getting the track IDs for them. Like this was really good music. The sound system was great. I for the first part, I didn't really know what to do, so I was kind of standing, just kind of listening, get into it, but also a lot of people were sitting down. So I was like, you know what? I'm not just going to stand here and force myself to, dance for the whole time. So I did sit down for a bit, but kind of, you did have that option. There was like a bit at the back that you could just sit on. And eventually people were just standing there dancing on it, within, an hour or so. And by that point, an hour or so later, I was properly into it. I didn't want to leave. But as I say, had work the next day, and I was trying to time everything. If I was to do it again, I wouldn't have changed much. Judging by the situation, I thought, you know what, I'm not going to force myself to stay the whole time if I don't like it. And you know what, I'm going to leave on a high, But I would have stayed longer if I would have done it again. Absolutely, I would have stayed longer. So what I did was I stayed for like a couple of hours, basically, not even, but very close. And yeah, it was really good in the end. And the second DJ, I don't know what the first two were even called. Like, these were names that I've never heard before. As I say, I like this kind of music. I appreciate it now, but I've always been into kind of different kinds of house. Disco house, older house, deep house. A lot of stuff that came out in the 2010s, Duke Dumont, all that kind of thing, Luke Fono, all that kind of thing. So this was a whole new experience for me, and having been there kind of proved to me that it was worth doing. And stuff like Warehouse Project, Creamfields, all of that stuff now opens up to me, because I'm like, I actually would want to go and see this. Whereas in the past, I've kind of been like, I will go and do that this year with X person, but I didn't know if I wanted to enough, and I didn't even like the music enough before. So it kind of proved to me that I would do that, and I do, and it was very enjoyable, and I've been listening to all kinds of music that I got from there since. So yeah, it was a very good event. I left on a high. It was not even dark yet properly, and it was still going on, but I was like, you know what, I've got a train in 20 minutes, or I can wait another hour. I'm probably not going to get to another hour. I could probably stay here for a lot longer, but maybe I'd start flagging after a certain amount of time. So I thought, you know what, I'll leave now. And that's what I did. I headed back. Everyone was just starting to come in, and it felt a lot less sort of dodgy the area did, because obviously people were starting to filter in. People were like pulling up in taxis. These are a kind of person that I don't tend to associate with, like barely dressed women and like chavas lads. Like I don't tend to like, this is not the kind of person that I tend to kind of associate myself with. But it was kind of surreal seeing them, because they're my age, you know, or slightly younger, or quite a lot older. So yeah, very weird, whole new experience. I would probably go again. If you're wondering why I've even made this video, if you're kind of a regular viewer on my channel, or you've seen some of my older videos, I just wanted to make a video today, and I thought this was a good thing to make a video on. It's not like I'm saying I'm like a house enthusiast or something like that, or especially not a modern house enthusiast, but I wanted to sort of document my experience. I did kind of take some videos while I was there, but I'm not going to put them in this. This is literally just about how it went. And yeah, it's pretty specific to Lab 11. This was a great venue under railway arches in a marquee, but like properly like based in a really cool location. It's probably the same railway arches that I went over to get there, and it was really cool, really unique. And I'm going to Brickworks next week because I need to go out in Nottingham, where I go to university more often. So I've just kind of decided I'm going to book in. I'm going to go see Locklead next week. That's a whole other thing. But anyway, I'm not going to make this into a whole series of videos, but I just wanted to kind of go into that as my first experience. So thank you for watching, guys. I am going to start making more videos like this, more videos. I want to get into making shorts again, but I've been making a lot of live streams lately and 0 videos. And so this seemed like, you know, I've got an idea for a video, let's just make it. And, you know, I can bring back kind of long form on my channel. So thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe and let me know if you were there. I know that actually somebody from my university was there. The DJ that I met at an apartment party once, he was there, or at least I'm assuming he was literally in Birmingham at a rave. I'm assuming it was the exact same one. But yeah, pretty cool. So thank you for watching, everyone, and I will see you in the next video.